YouTube? It's Timmy coming at you here on which makes it Global Break Day. So happy Global Break Day to everyone. If you don't know what Global Break Day is, it was a holiday started some years ago by Hudnall24 Kin, former YouTuber. He hasn't been on in a while. Just August 16th every year, make a video, breaking a box. And me, I stopped by my new local card shop and picked me up a box of 1992 Fleer Baseball. This is, I'm not quite sure what it is. It's a 24 count box. It doesn't say how many cards are in a pack, but it's either, after Googling it, it's either a box of rack packs, which has 40 something cards in each, or it's a box of jumbo packs, which has 30 some cards in each. So we'll find out what it is. It's like jumbo packs. So there we go. Sweet. 31 cards in a pack. Not a whole lot to this set, obviously. Not a bunch of hits or anything in it. There is a chance at Roger Clemens autographs, so there is that anyway. I'll show you guys a classic green border design. That's Ron Robinson. Just gonna kind of fly through these. Yeah, Bob Patterson, Don Paul, Lenny Harris, Mariano Duncan, yep, Randy Velarde, Brent Nain, Wes Chamberlain, Chris James, Dennis Martinez, a league leaders card. This is just part of the base set. Hojo, Howard Johnson. Prospect card of Gil Heredia. That's a familiar name, or a name I've heard of anyway. Travis Fryman, Anthony Young, who lost, I think, 30-some straight starts. Cecil Fielder, Wally Whitehurst, Armando Reynoso, Sam Warren, Alex Cole, Robbie Thompson, Mike McFarland, Jose De Jesus, Roberto Hernandez prospect card, Bob McDonald, Mike Moore, Jose Offerman, Robin Yount, Jay Bell, Terry Matthews, Scott Radinsky, Nick Schofield, and the base card, I'm guessing, of what the inserts or what the autographs are going to be. It's a Roger Clemens career highlights card. Card number 3. The show, I'm guessing this is about his Major League call-up. It's another added bonus, maybe, possibly, of getting this for my break, is that I don't have the entire team set for the Twins, so I might be able to complete that tonight. Don't know if, I'm not exactly even sure who I'm missing, actually. And I've picked up doubles on countless occasions, so I'm not sure exactly what I still need here, or who I still need. I got Dave Smith, Darren Fletcher, Rosario Rodriguez, Eric Plunk, Rich Rodriguez, Tom Bolton, Hal Morris, a superstar special card. Part of the regular set, that is Cal Ripken and Joe Carter. So that's a cool card. One card I'm pretty sure I've got is Willie Banks prospect card. Next card behind it, I'm not so sure. The defending World Series MVP, Jack Morris. Gerald Perry, Mike Williamson, Cedric Landrum, Danny Cox, Bob Walk, Mel Hall, Bruce Hurst, Mo Vaughn, Billy Hatcher. Got another superstar special card. This is Teamwork. It's actually all Braves. And it is Mark Wohlers, Kent Merker, and Alejandro Pena, which I believe was all guys in their bullpen at the time. Prospect card of Mike Christopher for the Dodgers, no clue. Pretty sure I got this one. Al Newman. So 1 pack with no Twins, 1 pack with 3. Chris Carpenter, Bobby Rose, Craig Biggio. So we got another Hall of Famer. And he's still a catcher. Mike Capel, Eric Gunderson, which is actually One of my mom's sisters, her husband is a Gunderson, so technically could be related. Got Bobby Bonilla, Chuck Krim, one of my all-time favorite Fleer inserts, and these were actually part of the set this year. Robin Yount, these are called Provision. He's looking at a bunch of baseballs in the air, apparently. And then another insert card here on the end. Team leaders, Joe Carter. So that was pack number 2. I've participated most years in Global Break Day. Last year I wasn't able to because of financial reasons. Usually I try to break a box, but the year before last year I did a bunch of packs. Didn't end up with much of anything, and I thought I'd take an old trip down memory lane with this one. This pack was all flipped around. Mark Carrion, Brady Anderson, got another Hall of Famer here, Roberto Alomar. Mike Felder, Jeff Montgomery, Charlie Hayes, got a league leaders, Brian Harvey. A prospect of, I believe, that year's Rookie of the Year, Bob Hamlin, who after his Rookie of the Year really didn't do anything. Jeff Treadway, Greg Briley, Mike Henneman, David Cone, Gary Eddy, unfortunately, at this point, was Angel. Another Hall of Famer here, got Ivan Rodriguez. So I've been breaking a few boxes lately. This old school stuff that the shop has. And I've ended up got a Piazza rookie out of box 93 Donruss, Ken Griffey Jr. Diamond King card out of the same pack. Got a twin card here, Brian Harper. Not sure on that. And got one of this year's top rookies' father, Dante Bichette, who was with the Brewers. Jeff King, Mike Huff, Darryl Strawberry. The Igniters Superstar Special card of Paul Molitor and Brett Butler. Chris Crone, I believe that is Twins' current first baseman, who is actually, no, he's not on the DL, but the father of the Twins' first baseman, Chris Crone, father of CJ. Got another twin here. I believe I've got this one, Denny Nagel. We traded during the 92 season for John Smiley in an attempt to repeat as division champs, which we ended up losing. Scott Bale, Steve Finley, Steve Searcy, Gary Varsho, Bernie Williams, Ray Harris, Joe Hesketh, Jeff Reed, and another Joe Carter team leaders. So, doubles of rookie or of inserts are already. Got another Roger Clemens in this one, I see. Put this all around here. This is all upside down again. And I believe it's the same Roger Clemens card. Yeah. Prospect Rico Rossi, Jose Canseco, Pat Borders, Stan Javier, Paul Molitor. Base card there. Prospect Tom Goodwin. Not sure on this one. Terry Leach. And, you know what, guys? I haven't told you this, but I did break 10,000 different Twins cards recently. In a video I've yet to make. Got in a bunch of group break cards a friend had set aside for me. And I am up to 10,047 now, I believe. Ray Langford, Luis Soho, Eric Anthony, Andujar Cedeno, Royce Clayton, Mike Gantner, or Jim Gantner, sorry, Orlando Merced, Melito Perez, Juan Samuel, Luis Quinones, Steve Howe, Lenny Dykstra, Carlos Martinez, Dave Martinez, Kevin Seitzberg, Brian Hunter, the less talked about dual sport athlete. He played for the Falcons and the Braves at the same time. Omar Vizquel, Steve Farr, Tim Tuffle, this year Hall of Fame inductee, Leaf Smith, Jerome Walton, Steve Chitrin, Greg Litton. And it is indeed the very same Roger Clemens, the show insert. If you're going to give me a double, you might as well put an autograph on that one. But oh well. Alright, next pack. Got Kevin Gross, Mike Timlin, Gerald Clark, Luis Rivera, Barry Larkin, another Hall of Famer, his base card. Neil Heaton, got another two Provision back to back here, both Hall of Famers. Cal Ripken, that is actually standing in front of an iron 2130, so predicting that he was going to break Lou Gehrig's record. Yeah, Frank Thomas is the second one back there, so that's a cool one. Henry Cotto, Jeff Houston, another twin, another one I'm not sure of. Pedro Munoz, another Hall of Famer, Ozzie Smith, the Wizard of Oz. Troy Afner, checklist card. A bunch of upside down. Give me 1 second. Seriously. Alright. Gary Sheffield, Dave Justice, Ron Kirkavise, Chris Gwynn. Today and tomorrow, Superstar Special of Mo Vaughn and Cecil Fielder. Another great prospect, Rob Moore. Now I'm sure I've had this because I've grabbed plenty of ones that I thought I needed out of commons boxes, only to find out I have doubles. Randy Bush, David Wells, Mark Eichhorn, Mark Portugal, Jim Lindemann, John Candelaria, Hensley Mullins, Fred McGriff, Jack Clark, Chris Sabo, and make that 3. Joe Carter team leaders. That box of 93 Donruss I did the other day, I got triples and quadruples of everybody, but of course, only one Piazza rookie. In fact, I got a Team Spirit, or In the Spirit, Spirit of the Game, something like that. Insert card of the Detroit Tigers, and I got doubles of that. So, gotta love early 90s collation. Sam Horn, how did I show that? Alex Cole, Robbie Thompson, Mike McFarland, Jose De Jesus, Roberto Hernandez. So I got a few doubles in this one. Got the Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn, Tony Pena, Bob Hamlin, Jeff Treadway, Greg Briley, Mike Hanneman, David Cohn, Mark Carrion. Lots of doubles. Brady Anderson, Roberto Alomar, Mike Felder, Jeff Montgomery, Charlie Hayes. And now we've got this one, but I'll show it anyway. Lenny Webster, Jim Acker, Walt Weiss, Mike Morgan. Got Teenage Sensations. Got Pedro's brother Ramon and Ozzie Guillen. Don Harris prospect card. Not sure on this one. Chili Davis. Jimmy Key, Brian Harvey, Ken Caminiti, Bob Melvin, who was the manager of the Oakland A's. And number 3, Roger Clemens, The Show. Insert. Nice one flipped upside down on this one. Alvaro Espinoza, Andy Menace, Phil Plantier, Glenn Braggs. Got another Superstar Special, Tiger Tandems. None of these guys are Tigers, so I don't get it. Stacey Jones, Bo Jackson, Greg Olson, and Frank Thomas. And we got a nice prospect card here. Kenny Lofton. At least that was a prospect that worked out. Dave Steve, Tony Fernandez, Joe Oliver, Dennis Lamp, Arthur Rhodes, Rudy Steins, Francisco Cabrera, Francisco Oliveros, Joe Orsulak, Rick Wilkins, Russ Swan, Chris Nattles, Roger Clemens Bates, Paul O'Neill, John Habian, Kevin Ward, Willie McGee, Brian McCray, Dickie Thon, Cecil Fielder, League Leaders, Monty Ferris Prospect, Will Terrell, Pete Shurik, another Hall of Famer, Alan Trammell. Interesting story with him. On my flight to Boston when I went to visit my brother last year, I was sitting next to these two ladies. They were reading baseball books on the flight, so we struck up a conversation. And it turns out they were flying out to Boston because they were going to catch a Twins game against the Red Sox, which is part of the reason I went. And then afterwards, they were going to drive out to Cooperstown to watch their childhood friend Alan Trammell get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Number 4, The Show, Roger Clemens. And I believe Bobby Thigpen, Harold Reynolds, Gary Pettis. Pretty sure I got this one. Ken Turbeck. Almost got to meet him last summer, but he snuck out of his bar before we got a chance to see him at Target Field. Mike Bordick, Chris Haney, Mike Bell, Dave Valley, Steve Sachs, Ricky Bonus. Yes, it is. Geronimo Pena, Andre Dawson got a couple of Hall of Famers back to back here. Followed by Dennis Eckersley, Ryan Hickerson, League Leaders Brian Harvey, another prospect Bob Hamlin, another Jeff Treadway, another Greg Briley, another Mike Hanneman, another David Cohn, another Mark Carrion, another Brady Anderson, another Roberto Alomar, another Mike Felder, another Jeff Montgomery, another Charlie Hayes, another Lenny Webster. So there's another twin card for the collection. Jim Acker, another Walt Weiss. And we got number 3, Joe Carter, Team Leaders. Maybe that's 4, I can't even remember now. Oh, early 90s collation. Ridiculous. Doubt if I contacted Upper Deck they'd do anything about this for me these days. But, so why even bother? Ooh, that's a nice one. Mike Flanagan, Les Lancaster, pitcher, laying down a bunt, so there's a punting card there. Dave Hollins, who would go on to play for the Twins, Randy Tomlin, Wade Taylor, Thomas Howard, Jeff Reardon, former Twin, was with the Red Sox on this card. Norm Carlton, super siblings of Roberto and Sandy Alomar Jr. That's a different one. Another checklist: Kurt Manwaring, Jim Eisenreich, Pat Combs. Another Twin, pretty sure I got that one. Steve Bedrosian. Candy Maldonado, Mark McGuire, Joey Cora, who. No, that's Alex. Never mind. Julio Machado, Neil Heaton, another back-to-back again. Provisions of Cal Ripken and Frank Thomas, Henry Cotto, Jeff Hughes, another Pedro Munoz, another Ozzie Smith. Nice one here. Provisions. What up, Chad? Even though I don't think you're watching. Ken Griffey Jr. Esteban Beltre, Edgar Martinez, so another Hall of Famer. Dean Palmer, and number 5, Roger Clemens, The Show. No, it's not just the same image. It is. Those are all card number 3s. All the Joe Carters have been card 14. Juan Bell, Sean Dunston, Todd Van Poppel, another great bust. Paul McClellan, Luis Mercedes, Dave Smith. Hey, got a different insert card. Different insert, same player. Joe Carter, All-Star. Carney Lansford, Mike Fitzgerald, Mike Herkey, Jose Rijo, Matt Noakes, Jose Melendez, Jack Doherty, Matt Marullo, Wally Joyner, Kenny Rogers, the Gambler. Pretty sure I got that one. Scott Erickson. Todd Zeal, record setters, record 7th no-hitter. Of course, that would be Nolan Ryan. George Bell, Terry Steinbach, Ramon Martinez, Jamie Navarro, Bill Landrum, Charlie O'Brien, Chris Hoyles, Joel Skinner, who manages, I believe, the Twins AAA team, the Rochester Red Wings, Kelly Downs, Brett Saberhagen. Number 6, Roger Clemens, the show. Come on, guys, this set's like 14 cards big, and every freaking one I've gotten so far is the same insert. Alright. Jose Fernandez, Mookie Wilson, Mike Gallego, Tim Belcher, Dan Plesac. Yeah. What up, Nate? Barry Bonds. Still with the Pirates at that point. Terry McDaniel, Chito Martinez, John Olaroon, Jeff Brantley, Luis Aquino, Charlie Hayes, league leaders Dennis Martinez, prospects Scott Brocious, who had a decent career, Greg Olson, Scott Bradley, Frank Castillo, Brooke Jacoby, Darren Lewis, Mike Messina. So there we go. Got another Hall of Famer. And hey, a different face finally. Derek May. All-Star insert. And it's not Joe Carter and it's not Roger Clemens. It is Tom Glavine. Nice change of pace there. Gene Nelson, Spike Owen, Charlie Lieberman, Bill Kruger, Don Mattingly, Mike Maddox. I like this one. Nolan Ryan, and he's checking off all his strikeouts. Warren Newson, and team leaders, Joe Carter. There's 20 cards in that insert set, yet every pack has the same one. I swear somebody's pranking me with these. Eric Davis, Greg Catteray, Paul Ferris, Brian Downey, Hall of Famer Tim Raines, Alan Trammell again, Keith Miller, Reggie Sanders, Pascual Perez, David Howard, Mickey Morandini, Mike Aldretti, Mark Gardner, Gerald Young, Jose Mota, another Dante Bichette, Jeff King, Mike Huff, Darryl Strawberry, another Igniters of Brett Butler and Paul Molitor, Chris Crone again, Denny Nagel again, Lino to Shields, Bill Wigman. Twins should have started him. Anybody gets that reference, you get a million cool points. Craig Shipley, Eric Hansen. Can't remember if I've gotten him, so I'll show him again if I have. John Smoltz. Alex Fernandez, Alfredo Griffin. Designated hitter superstar special of 2 Hall of Famers, Wade Boggs and Harold Baines. Got the man who at the end of the movie The Sandlot played Benny the Jet Rodriguez. We got Henry Rodriguez. And Roger Clemens, the show. Still got half the box left, I believe. Keith Miller, Reggie Sanders, Pascual Perez, David Howard, Mickey Morandini, Mike Eldradi, Mark Gardner, Gerald Young, Jose Mota. Another all-star insert in here. Maybe it's somebody new again. Luis Soho, Eric Anthony, Dave Hollins, Randy Tomlin, Wade Taylor, Thomas Howard, Jeff Reardon, Norm Charlton, Lee Smith, Jerome Walton, Steve Tippman, Greg Litton, Mike Flanagan, Les Lancaster. Oh, no, it's not, but at least it's a different card. Roger Clemens career highlights. This is Prime of Life, number 11. Jamie Quirk, another checklist. Jim Acker, Walt Weiss, Mike Morgan, Mark Lee, Bobby Bonilla. Roger Clemens, The Show. So they give me a new insert in the middle of that, but they end this pack with the same one. I want to put them all in here. Yeah, it's stupid to get frustrated over a 27-year-old product, but still. We got Dale Murphy, League Leaders card. Tom Glavine. Another great prospect that didn't work out. Wayne Kirby, Mark Leiter, Paul Gibson, Kevin Elster, Frank Viola, Ezemet, Ted Power, John Orton, Mike Boddicker, Ruben Sierra, Sean Hilgis, Andres Galarraga, Rob Malacott, Buck Roberts, Dale Swam, Lloyd McClendon. Oh knows I'm getting hosed on these inserts. Carl Hershiser. There we go. Got this one, but still cool to see. Superstar Specials, Power Packs, Barry Larkin, and Kirby Puckett. Prospect I've never even heard of, Pat Rice. Game-winning hit of the Game 7 of the 1991 World Series, Gene Larkin. You know what? I'm not sure on that one either. Todd Stottlemyre, Jim Abbott, Xavier Hernandez, Tommy Green, Joe Redfield, Scott Kamenicki, Benito Santiago, Ellis Burks, and Roger Clemens, The Show. So when this product came out, it would have been 11. So just an idea. I know some of you that watch are older, most of you are younger, but who knows? Jose Bautista, pitcher for the Orioles, not any other. Reggie Jefferson, Lonnie Smith, Steve Decker, Dave Ski, Danny Jackson, Marcus Schooler, Mel Rojas, George Bell, Chris Hammond, the great legendary Kevin Moss, Jim Lewis, Brad Arnsberg, Brian Drummond, Chuck Finley, Rich Gossage. So there you go. Another Hall of Famer. My favorite Hall of Famer right after that. Base card of Kirby. You know what? I'm not even sure on this. It doesn't look familiar, but you never know, I guess. I do have 567 different Kirby Pucks, so chances to produce them. Record setters, stolen base record, Ricky Henderson, Juan Guzman, Harold Baines, base card Hall of Famer. Some would say he's the greatest Hall of Famer of all time, whatever. Bob Ojeda, Greg Vaughn, John Smiley, Daryl Boston, Bob Malacky, Charles Nagy, John Burkett, Danny Chartable, Darren Dalton. Now they're teasing me with this now. Got two inserts at the end of this pack. Guess what they are? Roger Clemens, The Show, and Joe Carter, Team Leaders. Maybe we switched it up in this one. Average. down. Don Paul, Lenny Harris. The indispensables of Bobby Bonilla and Will Clark. I guess the Mets would consider Bobby Bonilla indispensable income. Another great prospect, Terry Bross. Yeah. Greg Gagne. Pretty sure I got that one. Rex Hudler, another prospect, Roberto Hernandez, Bob McDonald, Mike Moore, Jose Hoffman, Robin Yap, Jay Bell, Armando Reynoso, Sam Horn, Alex Cole, Robbie Thompson, Mike McFarland, Jose De Jesus, league leaders. You know what, I've shown that one. It's Howard Johnson. Gil Heredia, Travis Fryman, Wade Boggs, Craig Worthington, Doug Jones, Mike Stanton, not Giancarlo, Braves relief pitcher Mike Stanton, Mike Rumlinger, Randy Milligan, Ryan Sandberg. Oh, just the same one this time. Got Alvin Davis, Steve Frey, Tom Bernansky as Red Sox. Joe Carter, team leaders. We're getting down to it. Including this one, there is 8 packs left. I'm losing my mind here. I swear. The entire pack is upside down except for the last card. Mike Rumlinger, Randy Milligan, Ryan Sandberg, record setters, 400 home runs, Dave Winfield, Danny Darwin, Greg Myers, base card, Nolan Ryan, Wade Boggs, Kip Gross, another checklist, prospect, Mike Linsky, Lance Johnson, Ed Sprague, Mike Fetters, Darryl Kyle, Juan Beeringer after he left the Twins for the Braves. Another checklist. Hey, it's the Twins checklist on this one. Pete O'Brien, Kent Merker, Charlie Huff, Eddie Mofo, Murray. So I'll show that one since I believe that's a new one. Another checklist. Kurt Stillwell, Larry Walker, Jose Guzman, Carlos Baerga, Brett Barbery. A record setters rookie no-hitter, Wilson Alvarez, who basically that's all he did in his career, except I think he was the Tampa Bay Devil Rays #1 pick in the expansion draft. Prospect, Jeff Gardner, Ron Gant. Anybody need any Roger Clemens The Show inserts? Don't worry, Denny. Don't worry, Jay. Each of you will be getting at least one. Right on top here. Another all-star insert in here. Who knows if it's somebody different or not. Yeah. Junior Ortiz. I'm not sure if I need that. Eddie Zosky. I know Philly fans love this guy. Ruben Amaro Jr. Pete Harnish, Kim Batiste, Brian Hunter, Eric Karros. That's got to be rookie card. Omar Vizquel, Steve Farr, Tim Tuffle. It is a new guy. Julio Franco, All-Star. Juan Augusto, Hector Villanueva, Lance Blankenship, Bud Black, Jim Poole, Chico Walker, Ricky Jordan, Jose Lynn, Jesse Barfield, Tony Gwynn, Tony Pena, Ben Myers, another Will Clark, Bobby Bonilla, another Terry Bross. Not sure. Rick Aguilar. Future Twin Bob Tewksbury, Lance Parrish, Randy Moda, Mike Sims, Scott Pujols. Anybody at all. Roger Clemens, The Show. Should just start playing a guessing game. Guess the insert. Tony Gwynn, Tony Pena, Randy Myers, Bobby Bonilla, Will Clark, Terry Ross, Rick Aguilar, Bob Tewksbury, Candy Maldonado, Mark McGuire, Joey Cora, Julio Machado, Neil Heaton, another back-to-back Cal Ripken, Frank Thomas Provisions, Henry Cotto, Jeff Houston, Pedro Munoz, Ozzie Smith, Troy After, another checklist, Ryan Hunter, Omar Vizquel, Steve Farr, Tim Tuffle. You guys can start putting your guests in the comments. Who's the next insert? Steve Bushell, Juan Bell, Sean Dunston, Todd Van Poppel, Paul McClellan, Luis Mercedes. Got your guesses in? You think you know who it is? Joe Carter Team Leaders. So I got this box. I've been helping out at the shop. They bought a giant Minnesota Vikings card collection. The guy had the cards, and he has thousands of them. Literally thousands. And he had the cards sorted by product. Shop wants them sorted by year. So I've been going in on random days to help get those sorted. Chris Jones, Scott Sanderson, Larry Anderson, Terry Matthews, Scott Rudinski, Dick Schofield, Casey Candale. Time to get your guesses in, guys. Juan Beeringer, Checklist, Pete O'Brien, Kent Merker, Charlie Huff, Eddie Murray, Checklist, Mike Linsky, Lance Johnson, Ed Sprague, Mike Fetters, Darryl Kyle, Record Setters, Dave Winfield, Danny Darwin, Greg Myers, Nolan Ryan, Kip Gross, Robin Ventura, so there's a different card, Kelly Gruber's a different card, Dave Rigetti, Todd Benzinger, Jason Grimsley, another record setter, Wilson Alvarez, and Joe Carter Team Leaders. Seriously. Alright, here we go. League Leaders. Scott Erickson. Pretty sure I got that one. Prospects. Jarvis Brown, who was pinch runner in Game 7 of the World Series and was pinch hit for by Dean Larkin when it was his turn to bat. Andy Allenson, Vince Coleman, Frank Tanana, Howard Johnson, Glenn Sutko, John Ramos, Kevin Eaton, Jeff Russell. Here we go. Jim Thome. Looks like we got a fresh pack here. Except for one condition. Ivan Calderon, Mark Davidson, Pat Clements, Edwin Nunez, Don Slott, Carlton Fisk. Got Hall of Famers here. Yeah, Carlton Fisk, followed by another Hall of Fame catcher, Gary Carter. Got Indispensables 2. I think I've shown this one though. Cal Ripken, Joe Carter, Willie Banks, Jack Morris, Gerald Perry, Kirk McCaskill, Dwayne Henry, Darren Fletcher, Rosario Rodriguez, Eric Plunk, Rich Rodriguez, Tom Bolton, Hal Morris. Guest time. Joe Carter Team Leaders. What is that? The 4th straight pack I've gotten him? Where's the Roger Clemens The Show card? Alright. We got Chuck Knobloch. Got Pedro Guerrero, Joe Slasarski, Mike Humphreys, Rafael Belliard, Alonzo Paulo, Pat Kelly, Oscar Azacar, Juan Augusto, Hector Villanueva, Lance Blankenship, Bud Black. Ooh, who's that? Jim Poole. Got Troy Afner, Brian Hunter, another checklist, Omar Vizquel, Steve Farr, another back-to-back Frank Thomas, Cal Ripken, Henry Cotto, Jeff Houston, Pedro Munoz, Ozzie Smith, Steve Bedrosian, Candy Maldonado, Mark McGuire, Joey Cora, Julio Machado. Time for your guesses. Drum roll again. That's the 5th straight pack. Joe Carter Team Leaders. 2 more packs, guys. Let's get a different insert for once. Or if you're going to give me Roger Clemens The Show, get at least autograph this time. Warren Newsom, Gary Gaetti, Yvonne Rodriguez, Brian Harper, Bernard Gilkey, Gene Nelson, Spike Owen, Charlie Lee Brandt, Bill Kruger, Don Mattingly, Mike Maddox, Mike Perez, Heath Slocum, Ron Darling, Trevor Wilson, Leo Gomez, Dwight Smith, Greg Olson, Scott Bradley, Bill Gullickson, Dwight Gooden. I believe I've got this one. Mike Pagliarulo, Ken Hill, Kyle Abbott, Jeff Bagwell. There's another Hall of Famer. Scott Servais, I believe he's the manager of the Mariners right now. Another checklist, Teddy Guerra, John Wayner. There's somebody different, Sammy Sosa. Drum rolls, guesses. Roger Clemens, the show. So at least there was one pack with a different one in the middle. Not what I can say about the team leaders cards. Hey, there's another different card. We got Rick Aguilera, Bob Tewksbury, Lance Parrish, Andy Moda, Ricky Jordan, Jose Lynn, Jesse Barfield, Tony Gwynn, Tony Pena, Randy Myers, Juan Augusto, Hector Villanueva, Lance Blankenship, Bud Black, Jim Poole, Chico Walker. There we go. One final All-Star this year, Hall of Famer Lee Smith. Alright, almost down to it, guys. Anthony Young, Cecil Fielder, Wally Whitehurst, Mariano Duncan, Randy Velarde, Brenton Maine, Wes Chamberlain, Chris James, Dennis Martinez, Mike Sims, Scott Ralph, Ron Robinson, Bob Patterson, and guesses, drum roll. And we're going to end it with Joe Carter, team leaders. Seriously. 20 packs. Or 24 packs, even. Same two inserts in every one. I suppose I could count and see whether they split it right down the middle as far as 12 and 12. But I'm not going to do that right now. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Global Break Day. I'm posting this shortly after midnight. Probably going to start uploading. Let's see, it's 43 minutes long, so I'll probably start uploading about 1 a.m. Close to it. Probably be up by about 5. Maybe. So yeah, if you guys want, if you guys got time, go out, buy yourself a box, break it on YouTube, celebrate this great holiday. Thank you for watching 45 minutes, almost 45 minutes of me being frustrated by the same insert over and over and over and over and over and over again. But yeah, guys, I'll make a video one of these days showing off everything I've gotten before my last mail day, since my last mail day. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Happy Global Break Day. Go out and enjoy yourselves. Later.